So you want to start eating low carb. You've been going to the grocery store, kind of checking things out, and you're starting to notice as you're walking up and down the aisles that every fucking thing is carbs and a shit ton of it. And you're like, what the fuck? What can I do? Well, first, congrats. That's a big step because you're becoming more conscious, becoming more aware of the foods that you're eating. So what are you going to do about that? The easiest thing is to skip the middle aisles of the grocery store and walk around the perimeter. If you notice, the perimeter of the grocery store is going to be all your meat, all your produce, and all your dairy. All that stuff, like 98% of it, it's going to be high protein, low carb. You're not going to have to worry about what you're grabbing. You can just grab it. I mean, when you're looking at the yogurts, you're going to want to be a little bit more conscious. Those things can be packed full of sugar. You think you're grabbing a healthy one and you're not. Just make sure you're kind of checking the label. But otherwise, really, especially if you're in the meat department, if you're in produce, just get whatever the fuck you want. Now, if you are going up and down the middle aisles, how should you be looking at your food? Well, if you want a little bit of a cheat code to eat low carb, start paying attention to the fiber. With fiber, the higher the number, the better, because you can subtract that from your carbs. So let's say something's got 18 grams of carbs, but it's got 9 grams of fiber. So really, you're only getting 9 grams of net carbs because fiber doesn't act on your glucose the way carbohydrates do. And if you think everything in the middle aisles of a grocery store is a wasteland, that's not true. I'm not trying to scare you into not shopping the whole grocery store. You can go up and down the aisles and find plenty of good things to eat. You just got to be a little bit more conscious, a little bit more picky with the foods you're choosing. There are plenty of good things to eat in the grocery store, and there are plenty of affordable things to eat in the grocery store. Just gotta, like I said, pay attention to the label. Know what your goals are, know what you're looking for. And one thing that people seem to get hung up on that they need to understand, at least from where I'm coming from, we're eating low carb. We're not eating no carb. So if you want to have a meal that's got a fucking lot of carbs in it, then have a fucking meal with a lot of carbs in it. You want to have a bowl of pasta, you want to have a fucking piece of cheesecake, do it. Go for it. It's only one meal. It ain't gonna kill you. When I first started eating low carb, that's the way I did it. I ate 3 meals a day. I made sure 2 of my meals were low carb or even no carb. And then my last meal of the day, I didn't worry about it. I ate carbs. I didn't give a fuck. And it worked out. Made it easier, made it less stressful. So don't get hung up on eating no carbs. It's low carb. And low carb, in my opinion, isn't like the keto diet where you're only eating like fucking 20 grams of carbs, which is like one fucking piece of penne pasta. We're talking like 50, 70, 100 grams of carbs. Kind of depends on your body weight. Kind of depends on how you feel, what your goals are. But yeah, you want to have a meal with carbs in it, have a meal with carbs in it. Don't fucking worry about it. You'll be all right.